I study politics, philosophy, economics, and law. Well, one of the great things about such an interdisciplinary degree is that many of the major social and environmental issues or problems that confront us today are those that really just go beyond the domain of one academic discipline. And so one of the things that we want to do in the politics, philosophy, economics, and law degree is really provide students with the language, with the tools, with the theories that allow them to better appreciate and engage with the massive amount of complexity that surrounds a lot of these issues. There are ethical dimensions as well as economic and political dimensions to many of these problems. And at the end, hopefully students will be able to better appreciate how all of these different things sort of hang together.
Our students come from a diverse set of backgrounds, but what they all have in common is a sincere desire to better our understanding of the world economy and the kinds of policies or ideas that can help make the world a better place. Students are very smart, highly motivated, and enthusiastic. They bring great ideas to class every day.
The students I've worked with at the University of Arizona are a determined lot. PPEL is a demanding major, and in classes that I've led, I sometimes have to tell the group that people need to be patient with themselves when they encounter ideas that at first might seem completely foreign to them. Since I've been here, I've been terribly impressed just how determined students in this program are to actually complete the program successfully. But even more than that, I'm impressed by what a strong sense of family the cohort class has.
One of the key reasons why the undergraduate program in politics, philosophy, economics, and law is so strong is what we call the cohort system. So the Arizona PPL program is very selective. So each year, about 40 students of those who apply get promoted to advanced standing, and starting in their junior year, they take core classes and advanced electives together as a group. As a result of this, a genuine intellectual community forms among the students beyond just the classroom. Right? So outside of the classroom, you see this kind of community getting formed. There's one thing to have a discussion in one class over the course of one class, and there's something quite different to have a discussion over the course of several years with the same people. I've witnessed this myself, discussions that start, say, in a class on the foundations of economics, then they continue in a class on the history of thought, right? And then continue in a class of, say, on law and economics, which is kind of more advanced class. So you see the same discussion continuing in the context of a different pretext, so with a different background. See among the students quite a big diversity of opinions from the beginning all the way to the capstone seminars. But despite these differences of opinion, we have very interesting discussions because of a common ground. So this is part of the great strength of this program, this intellectual community that gets formed because of the cohort system.
In the cohort class that just finished this past year, a number of the class who were then seniors moved in with each other and took care of each other as well as worked together. And 3 of them who got accepted to different graduate schools at Georgetown University decided to move together to Washington, D.C. and to live together. The students in this program are good, but even more than that, I think the main reason that they are so successful is because they work together and have this strong sense of family. And getting to work with students who care so much about each other is, for me, the most exciting part of working in this program.
Our students are creative and innovative, always bringing together ideas across different disciplines to make sense of the world. We have terrific conversations and debates in class about a wide breadth of topics and issues. It's a lot of fun. I find it to be a true pleasure to teach students in our PPEL major.
Consider the case of climate change. We might begin with a really abstract but nonetheless fundamental moral question, such as what do we owe future generations? What moral responsibilities, what sort of sacrifices, right, should we make on behalf of those who live 100, 200, even 300 years after we're dead and gone? Now then we can turn to sort of more pressing economic questions of how we go about best meeting or fulfilling those ethical duties that we have, right? And so now we go from philosophy to discussion of economic policy or different taxation schemes, and discussion of what sorts of policies are most conducive to the goal of ensuring justice holds between generations. But even if we address this problem, this more technocratic problem, we're still not quite done, right? So designing good policy isn't the same as adopting or implementing good policy. And so we've gone from philosophy to economics, and now this takes us to the realm of politics, collective decision-making, political institutions, and in the case of climate change, global governance. So not just trying to ensure that the right policies are instituted in America, but also think more broadly about the sort of international political scene and how do we get institutional change and reform